Hey y'all. Oh, oh, Jesus. Am I getting comfortable? Oh, I got to get comfortable. I need my phone. Hey y'all. It's your girl, Genesis. I'm live. Okay. I think, um, let me just see something here. Okay. Ugh. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Okay. I'm just trying to do a sound check on myself. I don't know if I can hear myself. I got my earbud in my ear. Let me see the delay. Hold on. Okay, so I think there's a delay. Let's see. Okay, yes. Okay. All right, let's see. You guys, how's everybody doing tonight? How are y'all? Who's live? Let me see who's Specs. Cellulite is live. And T is live. I'm live. Um, is that no freezy? No cap? Freezy is live. So shout out to everyone who's live tonight. Who's just doing a live. Oh wow, you can hear my puppy in the back. Hey, there he is. Hold on a second. Oh, Lord. Second. All right, I'm back. Hi. I don't know who's watching. Usually there is no one watching. But I wanted to shout out to everybody who's live tonight. Let me mute this. Where is it? All right. I was just trying to listen to myself on the other side. To kind of keep an idea of what I sound like. Y'all, I guess I'm supposed to be like just going live and, building my content. I'm not camming up right now, so because I'm braiding my hair. I mean, y'all can watch me braid my hair. Like, it's no big deal, I guess. I gotta finish this part. All right. Stay tuned for my TikTok videos of me braiding my hair. Um, but oh yeah, so let me put a clip over that so you guys can see that because this is really what I came up here for. There we go. Let's see. I want to change up some things. So, can y'all hear the music? Hey, Hustler Musler. I don't know if you can hear my background music. And I can't I can't hear both y'all at the same time. Hold on. All right. Uh, it's really weird because I can't hear myself in my headphones. Let me see if I could change that. No music? Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing around with my StreamYard. Some things have changed. You can hear me? Okay. So I can't hear me. So what should I do? I'm supposed to be Let's see. Let's go to audio. Can I change it? Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you still hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you still hear me? 2, 3. Can you still hear me? I don't know how you're supposed to do this. 1, 2, 3. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. I still can hear. Hey, y'all. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay. Let's see. This is so weird. Yeah, this is so weird because I can't hear anything. I'm gonna probably like log off and come back on. I don't know because I don't know why I'm not able to hear myself. Okay, but if I go over to my other side, I can hear myself through the screen. So what I was doing was just kind of playing around, but I'm also putting up my post here. I want to shout out if you guys, if anyone's watching, my 3 people that is watching, including myself. Um, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. T5. No, can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to use it yet. Okay, not yet. Oh wait, something else over here. Oh. All right, so I don't know. I just tried something else, but I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to show who's watching. Oh, there's more comments. Hi, who's here? Um, all right, so you can hear me. Who is this? What is the Arguments League Man Cave? Oh, hey, Lance. Okay, I see that. That's cute. All right. And Hustler Mustler's here. Hey, Hustler Mustler. Hey, Hustler and Mustler. I'm just tripping on how you guys don't hear. Do you guys hear this? So did you hear the boo? I'm playing around. Okay, you know what? I do have. You guys can come up and hang out. Oh, you did hear the boo. Okay, I can hear the boo. Okay. So let me see. Let me get this thingy, guys. Oh, let me see the comments. Okay, yes. Hey, Lance. Hey, Mustler. Um, Okay, so do you hear the music now? Okay, I'm getting it together. Period. Look at me. Okay. I got my little cash out at the bottom. All right. Yeah. Good old rules of engagement over here before I get into anything is I just like say pineapple, say something and be like, yo, I wanna say something. We shouldn't have too much going on, so people shouldn't be talking over folks. Oh, I like that one better. Okay. Yeah, all right, y'all. I'm braiding my hair. I gotta start my water so I can dip my braids, and I'm gonna be up here chilling with you guys for a little minute. So let me see. I haven't gone live in a while. So okay, so yeah, earlier I just did a live check-in. I was just saying shout out to everybody. Say what's up to everybody who is going live right now. And I was saying shout out to Freezy, no cap for Freezy, he's going live. Pew Butter's live. Everybody who is doing their live thing right now. Yeah, so everybody's doing their live thing right now. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. I can't wait to get some better equipment. Yay! Um, and then I'll be able to like really do the damn thing. So here is where is this at? Um, okay. So this is what I wanted to. I said shout out to everybody. Peace and love to everybody. I don't know how to show things, so I'm gonna try to show things. Um, Let me see if I know how to do it. If you're still watching, Lance. Okay, so let me give you this. Okay, so let's copy, right? And then is that it? Is that how you do it? Oh, that's not that one. This is my referral link. Okay, here, let me post this one. Okay. Yeah, I'm rusty dusty at this. Okay, so there's that, right? So that's the link. And I should be able to. Oh, oh, I think I need to go in on this side, right? Let me do that. And then, all right, so there's that. Uh, all right, so there's that. I think I did it. Yeah, I think I did it. All right, y'all. So, how's everybody doing? I don't know if you guys saw my title. See my title and come over and said, hey, what's up? If you're just stopping through, just stop through. So, hey, what's up? Um, so it's been roughly hey Lance. It's been roughly I think about a week or so. Can you hear me, Lance?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
You're so low. Hold on.
Oh, it's me. Hold on. All right. How about now?
That is better. That's actually better. All right. Let's take you off that so I can turn you up some more.
What is good? You all right, baby?
I'm all right. What's up, Leon? Um, Thanks for coming over. I can't hear myself in my headphone. I can hear you guys unless I go into like my page and like listen to myself, right?
No, I hear you fine.
Okay, so long as I'm not sounding like I'm too loud.
No,
Hey,
you fine.
Hustler and Musler, you mind if I invite someone else up? I'm gonna invite someone else up just so I can get everybody out the same. Hi, Hustler and Musler. You're on mute. Okay. Can you hear me?
Salute,
Hi, Hustler and
loud and
Musler.
how are you, my Genesis? With all your innocence, cross the line, you get menacing. Yeah,
Yay! Thank you for my little lyric. That's awesome.
Merry Merry Christmas to all. How's everyone doing on this jolly old day?
We're doing good. I don't think I was just about to ask Lance that because he just came up, so I just invited you both up at the same time. Um,
It's all good.
so I was just shouting out everybody who is live right now. Freeze is live. I wasn't gonna do anything heavy or anything crazy. I just wanted to like bring awareness because nobody really watches my channel, but y'all, thank y'all for watching.
Not
Um,
a problem. Now, who is this RIZZI person?
Yeah, so I was gonna tell y'all the tea on this. So let me go back. Let me go get my phone because first I was gonna try to see if I know how to share the screen. Hold on a second, because I don't know if I know how to share the screen. I haven't done this in a while, so let me see. Um, if I want to show, I don't have it as a file. Oh wait, share my screen. Okay. So here we go. Let me show y'all this. I don't know if what you see. Hold on. Okay. Can you see it?
Yep, I see it.
Uh huh.
Okay. So you can see it. Okay. So now I have to go back to that page because I have to. Oh, you know what I need to do? Hold on a second. How do you do this? You take, yeah, take it out like right. Oh, okay. That's what you do. Okay. I'm stupid. I mean, no, I'm not stupid, but you know what I'm saying. Today years old. So this is about this young lady, RIZZI, who this just happened. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. My Discord opened up. That's freaking me out. So this just happened. So can I put these side by side so I can see them? Um, and this just happened, right? So TikTok. So this story, they're investigating this young lady. Her name is, well, from what I'm gathering and what I'm understanding everything, her name is RIZZI. And her name is Riziki Ilarini. She's like, I don't know what she is. We're not gonna make any assumptions. Um, this is the young lady right here. And so I've been engrossed in this for like the last few days, but I've been like referred to TikTok from other people. They're like, that's where I hang out. I don't deal with this YouTube space anymore, right? Um, and they're all like, I don't, TikTok is where it's at. And so for a while, I don't even know how long, but you know how you stumble upon a sector or a page and you're like, okay, so it's like a little bit enticing. It draws you in and you want to find out what's going on. So over there, they're for what it's worth, I guess for everyone else, they have all kind of talks, right? They have like jail talk. There's guides that are inside the penitentiary telling their stories from their burner phones or whatever. And over there they have the messy talk. So for those of y'all who know, for anyone who's watching this later, who reviews this or watches it, who knows what messy talk is, you guys know what that is, and you know what it is. There's a lot of doxing that goes on over there. There's a extreme amount of horrible, just they just deplorable things. So you guys, what's crazy is that what we thought we saw here on this side of the sector of YouTube of people like doxing people, calling CPS, because I can say for a fact that I've been on a live with someone or been on the phone with someone and CPS pull up at their house after watching and hearing another content creator say, I'm calling CPS on you. So, that's traumatic. But even still, this is even more traumatic to the fact that this young lady this was just like a few days ago. This was what? Today is the 15th, the 17th. This is like the 12th or 13th. This happened. And she did what was so crazy about this was that she unalived herself on TikTok. TikTok, the video wasn't taken down due to the over outcry of people saying, "Oh my God, this is horrible." It got taken down because it was a simple action on live, right? Um, she's not the first one, but apparently there's been so many other ones and people haven't said anything. But beyond that, you guys, we think this sector and this crazy stuff that's going on YouTube is crazy. So apparently, even more so, the doxing goes beyond to the point of bullying. Not only do they want to get your name, Hustler, Musler, and Lance, they want to get your phone number, your information, your children's information, to the point where some of these content creators or panel hosts have, or channel hosts have AI'd your child funeral, saying that this is how we're going to get back at you, and just being so angry. So what I wanted to go live to just bring awareness to say, hey, you guys, because I know how this feels to feel like you're so in a space where you don't even know if you can get out of it on your own. This young lady was only 27 years old. To what we know, 27, between 27, 26 and 28, they say. Um, she was like adopted by a Caucasian family, and that family was either her family or her adopted family was very well off. She was getting like a monthly like stipend or an allowance to stay, to live. She did not have money issues at all. And because of that, they were people on the app, on the TikTok app, that was bullying her, legit like bullying. So these are people our age, guys. All right, Lance, I know how old you are, husband must. We don't know because black don't crack, but you're just beautiful. But you guys, these are people our age who were harassing this 27-year-old woman, and the ones who were extorting her for money were making her pay. So you know how we have bounties over here. You know how we have like you have to pay to be. Some people make you request that you pay to be on their panel, or they have super chats and cash apps and super stickers and all this. So on top of that, she is paying to be on the panel just to talk to them, to be just how you guys came up. You guys had to send me $20 first. You know what I mean? So um, that was happening. But along with all this that's going on, the fact that she deleted herself, the whoever these people are, and I'm saying that because we don't know these people. They're not associated with anything we do over here. So whoever, if you do know any of those people, then you know them. And if you don't, then you don't, right? But what's so crazy, guys, is that video of her unaliving herself was dissected by some of the young people, the individuals who were bullying her. They bully her beyond the grave, and they're bullying her right now, like literally saying that they didn't believe this just happened, that this was all a hoax. That they'll believe it when they hear her family reach out. Where her family now, this is on TMZ, so I was going to bring up that part, but this is the TMZ part right here. This is on. She's made it all the way to TMZ News. It's on X. Right now, there's individuals who were bullying her, who had arguments. So just imagine Hustler, Musler, or just imagine Lance, that the last time you had an argument with someone and now they're gone, and they're looking at you as a suspect because we just had a whole beef and out with that person and the things that were said. So, we have rules and regulations over here on YouTube that prevent us from saying certain things. So apparently on Twitter and TikTok, the rules are very lenient. So this just basically goes over her, what happened to her. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. But yeah, for this to get out, this young lady is no longer with us. She, she took her own life because these grown adults were bullying her and bullying her and bullying her, and to the fact that she named 3 people before on her last breath, and those individuals who one of the individuals that she's tried to evade the law, but they found her. So I guess the family is pressing charges allegedly, and people are slowly but surely being discovered, and they're because people are being in this article right here, guys, which is so crazy. The comments are people are telling on each other in the comments. So whatever this little sector is, it's imploding on itself right now. But what's really crazy is that they are arguing in the comments. They're over on that app trying to decipher who had more culpability than other people did. So I mean, we need
I'm
to bring
sorry,
awareness to
Genesis.
the fact
Is it me or
that
is
you
it
never
you?
know if someone's hurting you right.
I think you're going in and out.
What'd you
Like
say?
sounds like
Probably
your
help.
internet is breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. So as you can see, y'all, if you can hear me now, and you can see there's 105 comments. People are commenting as we speak right now on this article because they are, as I say, guys, they are telling on each other, trying to
Pointing a finger.
implicate each other, point the fingers. They're trying to say they're trying, and it's so sickening to the point, guys, where they're saying, well, you know what? Hey, Lance, I didn't call her a bitch, but you did. So, like, oh, well, you're
Yeah.
more at fault than I am. But the fact that the people that actually said, like, when a person says, you know what, I don't feel like I'm being loved, I think I'm just going to go, or someone says, uh, delete yourself. And then you say, okay, well, fine, I'll go do it. And then they don't believe you. Um, there's so many different, I don't know how to see if I can pull up my TikTok, but there's so many different videos of conversations that was had with this young person, and that was just brought, the conversations that she was having with them. They said that, the word is that they said she was using her money to, gain around. We've seen this happen in our spaces, guys, and I'm gonna land it here. We've seen this happen in this space as well, guys, over here, where people have, tried to manipulate content creators because they've supported them financially, and they say, well, look, you know what, hustler muscler, I've been supporting you. Like, what's wrong? Why won't you just, bring me up every time I come up? And so what if I cuss someone out? And, so what? Those are your rules. You know what I mean? Because I'm paying you and I'm donating to your channel, I should have a little more leverage, right? I should have a little more carte blanche. So apparently that was the part of the synopsis as well. Is that she was, she had the finances to knock somebody off the panel if she wanted them off, and then, she's kind of doing her thing with that. And we've seen that happen, guys. So I'm gonna land it here, y'all, on that. I still have I have a lot more to say. I want to try to figure out how to pull up this video while y'all talk about it, or if y'all have anything to say, um, because there were men and women involved, so it's not a gender thing. But apparently, there's a lot more people in this app. There's more people on this app as well that we're on that are being bullied, and they're too afraid to say anything because they don't want to be doxxed, because they don't want anyone to bring out that they've been homeless, sleeping in their car for the last 6 months. But so they're gonna just say, hey, you're gonna have to take this abuse, or I'm gonna tell everyone, you know, your uncle's your grandmother, your uncle's your auntie, your brother. You know what I
Right.
mean? So.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
that's
is
sad.
messed up.
Hustler, I'm gonna tell everyone you were really born a woman, hustler and Miss Muscler. Like, really, like, seriously, like,
Really?
that's what they're holding. That's why you're so pretty. You know what I mean? That's what they're holding, like, stuff, like, seriously, like, like, we think this is crazy over here with the CPS. Like, no, they're saying, really some real stuff. They're snowballing off of, just to land it here, you guys, so I'm gonna land it. They're snowballing off the TikToker that ran over that guy. Remember that just happened? And that TikToker, she ran over that guy she wanted to go. She went live so bad that while she went live, arguing with somebody on TikTok or going on TikTok, she ran over, hit someone, and that person ended up expiring. So there's already a case about doing too much with TikTok involved. Now this is like a week ago or a couple weeks ago this happened, and now this is happening. So what do y'all think, y'all? It's deep.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. It takes some thick skin, especially being these YouTube spaces. I could just imagine what's going on you on TikTok, and everybody's been a part of some type of online bullying, whether they was doing the bullying or being bullied. You know, taking sides with people that's doing bullying, and it's a sad situation. But my thing is that like what was going on in her world that she would delete herself based on the opinions of people of a small circle. Like, you know, when you be on these in these spaces, they be a world of their own, but they
Right.
normally pretty small. Like you have to
Right.
have more influence in the outside world, or be influenced more by the outside world than what's going on in these small spaces. But it's pretty sad. I say that. You know, you be over there at Q Butter and them channel, you know that shit is, you got to be have some real thick skin. People would talk about your mama, your job, your living situation, the type of car you have, you know, all type of shit. So
Listen, I've experienced some of this firsthand in to a degree, um, just in this little sector space that we're in right now. So I can imagine, and I am only an observer in those other spaces, because I'm sad to say, but I'm one of those females who can go to bed listening to, like, crime stories. So I can actually lay down and rest and turn on some, unfortunately turn on something like a messy talk, turn on something like where there are, basically a fight club, these little bitty, sectors of fight club all over again. Or I can listen to people talk about all this crazy stuff to each other, but it does get too beyond, it gets beyond, um, desensitization. There's certain, after a while, you can't continue to hear someone tell someone, if life is so bad, then why don't you go ahead and just do it then? And that person's already, you can hear them, and you're finding joy in the fact that they're spiraling down at every time you say something to them. And the fact that they are relying, like you said, Lance, they're relying on so much validation to come from just this. We've seen it happen in just YouTube. So imagine somewhere where there's less rules or less regulations or less, guidance. Unfortunately, people want to keep their monetization in YouTube, so they kind of want to watch what they have to say. But you go over to Rumble, or apparently over to, you know, TikTok, or apparently over to X. I can say, I can tell a Caucasian person to go screw their cousin and not be in trouble. And I can say it bluntly, like, go fuck your uncle, without being stricken or having to worry about my channel being taken away, or someone, my monetization being taken away. That's not a factor over there. So apparently, I mean, it's just the stuff that I've heard, guys, has just been so sad and sickening over the time. In addition to this YouTube space, and the stuff that I've heard over here, I can imagine how someone's spirit, you, like you said, you think Q Butter was kind of tough, um, and some of us probably have thumbed past some of these other channels and really haven't really sat down long enough to hear anything, you know. So,
yeah,
H&M, what you think? Hustler and Musler, you still
Oh yeah,
here?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Well, let me just say this is just so damn sad. Excuse my language, please. This is just so damn sad. And that's why it kind of pisses me off when I hear people say, what's that old saying? Sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. We need to
Hmm.
wake up and realize your words have power, the power to make or break somebody. So I don't believe in that old stupid ass BS when people say don't, well, they're just words. They shouldn't affect you, because we see this kind of stuff all the time, online and offline. People are removing themselves from the gene pool all over some stupid ass words. So yeah, your words can do more damage than any fist, feet, brick, or even a firearm can do. And stuff like this proves the point.
yeah.
Now
And you know,
some might even argue. Now some might even argue, "Oh, you're being too sensitive. Stop acting like a little, excuse my language, a bitch ass nigga." Man, how about you shut your ass up and be sensitive to other people's feelings? Would you like it if people talk to you in that manner? Probably not. But you know that's the kind of crazy world we live in these days.
yeah,
You don't know
people not
if
the
taking
same.
people's words to heart is a sign of sensitivity or just a sign of you just being a damn human being. But I'm sorry, Uncle Lance. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just piggybacking off of what you said. People not built the same no more. Like when you hear the worst coming from your parents when you was coming up, your siblings and shit. So it kind of prepared you. You know, your high school, especially I'm from Detroit, you had like you better be able to protect yourself verbally. But the society today made it to where we are a little bit more sensitive to and we should be. We should have been in the first place. Like not to say that the abuse we received from our inner circle um was right, you know, but we definitely should be more sensitive because words that get you shot, get you a divorce, you get people not, you know, leaving your circle, you know. So definitely words hurt. Like, and then especially for people who are a little bit more sensitive, you know, the younger crowd, they're not made like us. You
No.
know, they're not made like us because of the social construct of sensitivity. Hey, you can't say this and you can't say that, like, and then you get like a social rebuke. You know, people who don't even care about it says, "Hey, you said so and so. You can't say that." It's like what, you know. But people that like TikTok and all them different ones you name, Rumble, that's what you go there for. To, you know, sadly, people are going to be abused, like going to find their circle, find their circle, and it's just sad that you know people not strong enough to you know, maintain or just I don't want to say get along, because some people it's just assholes. You know, people don't like you because of your views, meaning your views on in the world, your ideology, and
Right.
especially if it's not a popular one. You know, you tell, like for instance, I tell people, hey, you know, slavery in my studies didn't quite look like they taught us. Oh, that's crazy. You trying to get a white man a pass. Hey man, not all white people had slaves. They was more poor than most black people at the time. Here's the data. You get pushback on that, it make you don't even want to teach people or show them what you learn no more. So I feel you, and it's a great uh topic to bring awareness to. You got to be strong in these YouTube streets, these TikTok streets, because people don't have they don't have a fear of you walking up to them, slapping the shit out of them.
Right. They were breaking that down too in so there's a couple of people that I mean that I just follow on in those other apps where, you know, one day I stumbled upon them and then I like what they were saying then, so I followed them to see what they were about. Not to even, you know, realize that they were wrapped up in some other kind of mess. But some of the people were trying to break that down and saying, you know, um, one not you don't know who you're dealing with nowadays, and then they were trying to break down the concept of like, is the mental illness really mental illness, or were people using mental illness as a default, like not even actually being mental ill. How are we going to be able to tell the liar from the person who actually needs help? um they were breaking down, there was some of the pages were trying to get to the bottom of what can happen to a person, or what's happening in a person that makes them go that far. What word, you know, what would be the straw that broke the camel's back verbally, you know, and then where and when did words start to mean so much more than anyone showing you who they really are, right? So one of the
Yeah,
factors is also that this young person, So when you, as you were talking, I'm thinking like, so how heavy was the pandemic like affecting the like letting people really realize that they cannot be alone with their own thoughts, alone in the room by themselves? Because this young person, to according to everybody else in the world, she was no different than a young person who had money, who had income, whose parents was well off, spoiled person who would DoorDash whatever they want to eat, don't even have to cook, don't even have to do certain things, and would be free to be able to hang or go wherever they want. However, because who she was adopted by, she was kind of in a different environment because the people that adopted her didn't look like her. So some are
That could
trying
have
to
been
even
stress. That could have been way. You're right. That could have weighed in on.
wait, right. So some people are saying, hey, she found this black circle of people and was like, I am, Wakanda forever, and then but then you're not realizing you stumbled upon some people who saw some sort of advantage to take in that, and that she was still so desperate, that to have this exception. Because you got to think about too, this is happening right in the midst of all this, this FBA who's black and who's not conversation. So look at her name. Her name is not Black American, right?
Yeah.
So that already in itself comes with some sort of connotation, right? So, and then you're around non-black people first before you kind of assimilate yourself into the black community, so to speak. So she,
Right. It's
so
almost like a double-edged sword. Like you don't get the same, you don't get what you're looking for at home, and then you go to a space, and then you don't get what you're looking for in a
right,
space.
right,
It's disheartening. Yeah, I understand that.
right.
But
So,
her
but
being
because of
raised with
the,
white people,
say it again.
I said her being raised with white people is a major factor, psychologically, which who had contributed to her just the whomping amount of stress to cause her to do that. Not, and then coming into these spaces unprotected. Like I said, we went to high school in a city full of black people, so we had to be strong, or you fall. So we've been through the worst. We've been through the bullies. We been built different. She raised in a white community, quite possibly being sheltered in a sense.
or
Like you
just
said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
or just having
I
a
kind of
whole
gotta get.
different kind of background. Just not, would you say she was raised around white people, but then she was around black people, so not even the foundation wasn't even set around,
Yeah, but I
strong
got a little
enough.
pushback. I got a little pushback on that because me personally, I can't put a race on bullying situations. You got black bullies, you got white bullies, you got Hispanic bullies coming all shapes, sizes, and races. So I can't really say her being raised in an all white household may have contributed her is a contributing factor to her unpreparedness, if that's a such term, for saying things. I mean, I grew up in a
Well,
black community. I've seen this mostly in my community, but I got to remember that there are Caucasian kids who bully each other. There are Hispanic kids that bully each other. So it could happen regardless of your
well,
race or what kind of
hustler,
people you were raised around. Just saying. But go ahead.
yeah, hustler. However, to Lance's point too. I mean, I don't know. I came from, okay, so listen, guys. I'm so like, remember the movie Legally Blonde? So Lance, I only met
Yep.
Lance like, so like, what grade was that, Lance? Like
Seventh,
junior
eighth.
high, junior high grade, yeah. So junior high. So that's right around the time that I like finally came from California to Michigan and like lived here longer. When I around 7th to 8th grade is when I actually like started really like living here. Before that, I was kind of back and forth, right? Because my grandparents are, I'm originally from California, but grew up. So they say, born in what they say, Detroit raised me, but California, birthed me.
Birth you,
Um,
man. Yeah.
so when I got here, around the first, Lance can tell you guys, I was weird and awkward a little bit because when I first got here, my whole first experience, I was around a lot of white people. So I would be like, remember Legally Blonde when she'd be like walk through the halls, like, hi, hello, how are you? For one of my first few fights was because this girl said, "Bitch, did you smile at me?"
Wow.
So
Really?
yeah, dude, for real, for
Welcome
real.
to the
Like,
black community.
okay, she was like, "Bitch, did you just smile at me?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I remember when I first started trying to cuss. I think I've told this story before, guys. When I first started trying to swear, like, you know, I was that person in the beginning, was like, "Shut the hell up, motherfucker." And because that wasn't how I talked when I was in Southern California in San Diego, going to the beach with my friends. I wasn't. So when I got here, it was like culture shock. So of course I can understand her little transition, right? Because I lived with those of us who come from the suburbs, move to the inner city, or move from the white, the Caucasian communities into the urban communities. We are firsthand people who feel the difference and what that looks like. So some stuff I would say, Hustler, even though bullying has no color, don't you think she was not really, if she had been around some of us's, because Lance is true. When I got to Detroit public schools, that's when I learned some shit for real, for real. Because I didn't have to deal with certain things like that in those white schools. First of all, my school was open in California. I can go home and for lunch. Here, I couldn't get the fuck out the building, yo. There was a security guard and the goddamn metal
Damn.
detector. What are you talking about? And I couldn't you couldn't either. We're in or you were out. Right?
I'm
The
surprised them
whole the
schools
whole
allowed
day.
that.
The whole school and locking them chains on the doors by the gym was not a problem. Wasn't no Big Joe Brown coming through with the fire department talking about, open the no, we was not getting in trouble for having the locks on the doors. Look how fast I went from white to being black. Like that shit was serious. For real, for real.
Well,
So
at least you got
I
the
can
balance. You got the.
understand her transition is what I'm saying.
I get it. But you had the best of both worlds. I grew up strictly in the black community while mixing in with a few people outside my own race. I went to
Oh
high
yeah.
school.
Where you from,
I
bro?
went to high school. I went to high school predominantly white and Mexican. I'm gonna say 80% white Mexican and maybe 20% black African Americans, something like that. Yeah.
Oh no, that ain't the same, bro.
No, that ain't the same. So that's why we're
Okay.
saying that
Oh, that's
those
my
tools,
experience. Just saying. That's my
right? You
experience.
got
Just saying.
right. Your tools is valid because you got some exposure to it. What we're gathering from this young lady's experience is that wasn't her exposure. This wasn't her exposure. So now when she get around some ninjas, what Sharon call them, some friends, you know, um, and then these friends realize that there's an opportunity here. Some people took advantage of that, by making her pay for things that you wouldn't pay for online, like things that or requesting funds for her, or apparently here's the other tea, guys. I'm gonna show you this video too. The other tea is, guys, that what do you think about this part of the story? Um, she had a crush on this dude, but if you guys see the dude, he does not play on the same team. Hustler and Musler and Lance plays on, and I think it even came out as a form of a weapon towards her by them telling her, "Hey, girl, this guy doesn't like you." She is like spending money. She's sending him money. She's sending him like he made like off of her off of her deletion. Just the video that of them they were dissecting. They were guys. This is how haunted this crap is. They were watching the video of her hanging there. I don't know if I can say that on my channel, but they were watching the video of her body there, and they were dissecting it, saying that, hey, this doesn't look real, doesn't look like it actually is happening. Before they actually realized, there's some time, a few minutes, a few seconds passed before somebody on that live. This is all live, right? While we're live right now, like we're live right now, before someone actually realized, oh shoot, this is actually happening. But by default, her channel went dark because TikTok realized this was happening on the live. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like people were calling like, oh my God, this happened. TikTok was like, oh shit. So their TikTok was paying attention and having this watching their in and out of this live or this whole entire time. But we know that the conspiracy on that side, right? But the other side is what they were dissecting it, they were talking about it, and they were watching it and looking at it. And that they were dissecting it, and then did I tell y'all that she didn't name the 3 people and that they caught one of the persons? But yeah. So apparently that this boy that she liked, that she thought she liked, that she spent so much money on, the day that this happened, they went live to talk about it. So not her so in real life, her body wasn't even cold and off the, in the examination well enough for them to be having a live to talk about it. But they had a live to talk about it and discuss, who their culpability in it. And when you listen to this young man talk, you guys, he's not on the same team, y'all. But apparently she wasn't able to even discern the difference in that, unless he gave her some sort of impression that he played for both teams. But I watched him, and when he was snapping back at her, he was all I heard was snaps and rolling eyes and rolling heads. So I can tell the difference between a guy who is a guy who likes me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
maybe that wasn't one of the tools that she was equipped with, because how did you not know? I don't know. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, some people can really fool you. So this guy basically was. I don't want to say the word to offend your channel, but you know what I mean, right?
He doesn't play on the same team you play for.
He's not.
Me and him play on the same team.
Oh, okay. Is that what I think it
She
means?
right. Me and the guy. I think me and the guy are on the same team. I don't think you. I think you and Lance are not on the same team as the guy. So I'm thinking. Trying to understand, how do you not, or how are you not able to tell? Because when I watched the guy, when I watched him, he gave me all kind of he was giving all kind of mannerisms. And you know
Feminine
what I mean?
mannerisms? You mean feminine mannerisms?
Major man. And then even by them trying to bully her, they said to her, "That's why you like him and he ain't on the same team. You and him on the same team, bitch," is what they said. So I'm in the midst of me trying to dog walk you. I'm gonna tell you, by the way, that guy you got a crush on, y'all, you and him on the same team, bitch. Like, how did you not? What tool are you missing that you're not able to, that you have a crush on a guy that doesn't like old girls to the point where he can hurt your feelings, because he doesn't like girls, honey. He likes boys, apparently, allegedly.
Wow.
That's
Yep,
some
I knew
power.
that's what you
Yeah.
were getting at.
Say it again.
I said I kind of knew that's what you were getting at. Just saying.
Yeah. So I would just this is all convoluted. The story behind it. Everyone probably has some details. People are probably know some things about it. Who these cross sectors. Whoever knows whatever, that's fine. Whoever doesn't know, I'm gonna use my little platform to say what I want to say about it. My earbud is in my ear, and I'm listening to the TikTok channel of the people who are talking about this. There's a few channels talking about it. Um, but in just real life, you guys, to bring awareness to the fact that they want to they want to name um, the anti-bullying law that there's going around right now to sign the petition. You can do a virtual sign on the petition. You can go on the at the channel online, and you can download the petition, or you can virtually sign it, I think. They want to change it to RIZZI's law, in light of this just happening. Like I said, guys, I'm listening to it on the other end. People are just throwing each other under the bus, which is really, really crazy. Check this little video out, guys. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. in the morning.
A young woman Nosy previously interviewed in connection with a viral Miami trip fallout. According to Nosy, the interview took place only once and focused on a Miami trip fallout between Rosie and a friend, a story that was trending at the time. The discussion centered on logistics like money, hotel stays, and travel issues. Nosy says there was no continued contact and no involvement in Rosie's life.
So that dude you just saw, guys, that's the guy who she had a crush on.
The
Obviously,
guy with the dreadlocks.
the guy
Okay.
he's a
and no
braider,
involvement in Rosie's life.
right?
He's a braider.
He's a braider. His name is Braid King.
Breaky.
Braid King, like he's the king of
Oh,
braids.
Braid King. Okay.
He's a braider.
Yeah, clearly.
That's the dude. Okay, so but tell me, I'm about to rewind this real quick. So y'all tell me, do y'all see?
Stays and travel issues. Nosy says there was no continued contact and no involvement in Rosie's life beyond that single conversation. She strongly pushed back against a growing narrative online, claiming Rosie was cyberbullied by her, calling that framing dangerous and unfair, especially in the.
So she paid to have him flown out to her to, okay, so here's the other caveat, here's the other thing, dude. So she paid to have him flown out to her for wherever he lived to brought him to her so he can braid her hair, right? He was like, oh my God, girl, we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna be locked up in the room, braiding hair together, chilling in our room, and I get a little double room, we'll have a little suite or whatever. She was banking on that. But do you know this when he came, he wanted a whole separate room. She spent like an extra $1,000 for him to just have his own everything separate. She videotaped herself going down to his room talking to him. You know, he had like an extra lock he brought from home. I guess you know that extra lock that you bring put in your hotel room from the inside that they sell on like you see online. He put the extra lock on there. I mean, he charged her out the wazoo more than he charged anybody else. Like you know what I mean? Like to know that like I'm gonna really make sure that's like you trying to get like overlays or you trying to get like what do you call it, thumbnails, and then you go to the person who charges for that stuff, but they just happen to charge you extra because they just don't like hustler muscler. They're like, fuck you. So they're gonna just like, and you don't know. You're like, okay, I guess the running price is this, but you're thinking that you're paying for actual stuff, right? You're paying for service. Well, now it comes out that he like really charged her stupid for her braids that he would normally charge someone else something different. But because she had the money and they just wanted to get her money. Yeah, so that's the guy right there, guys, who she had like a crush on. She loved him, or not loved him, but she crushed on him.
Context of an untimely death.
Okay.
Nosy emphasized that from October until now, she has no insight into Rosie's personal struggles, relationships, or mental health, and she cannot provide answers she simply doesn't have. Acknowledging the grief of Rosie's family and friends, Nosy expressed deep sorrow and said she wishes she could offer clarity, but cannot.
So who they're talking about is this Nosy Bystander channel. Well, normally she like covers like, you know, celebrity drama, you know, hot tea, sipping tea kind of news. But then she went this angle and come to find out she was also, well, let's say come to find out that she was also in cahoots with someone else being in cahoots with this situation. So now there's some guilty by association, guilty by what do you do? You know, guilty by association, guilty by friend group, guilty by panel, you know, association type of thing. So yeah,
Yep.
this is crazy.
Also noted the pressure creators face when audiences expect them to track and explain every internet storyline. Due to the emotional toll and misinformation spreading, Nosy announced she is stepping away from the internet for now, with plans to return at a later time. TikTok creator.
So what did y'all think about the dude?
So Rosie is one of the people that they believe has something to do with her with being bullied or whatever, or one of the bullies.
Right. Well, because you got people who said so many different things. So you got somebody who said, okay, so you're going to go delete yourself and do it then. Or, like someone being so mad, if just being so angry to say, you know, die, bitch, die type of thing. And then it happens. I have a friend who has a felony to this day because something happened to the girl who she threatened on Facebook. This is way before this happened. Um, but even back then, she just threatened the girl on Facebook. But because something actually happened to the young lady, she was like a part of the investigation for real, for real. Now, because of what this young lady did, to, the action she took based on the words that my friend said to her, my friend caught the felony. She has a felony on her record, and they counted it as act of terrorism. So, I mean, the family's already coming after some of the people that they can come after because some of the people really they truly believe that they had nothing to do with this. That if she was gonna, because the young lady had some attempts prior to this conversation. So prior to being bullied this time, she's been being bullied this whole entire time. But this bully, the one that just happened before she did this online, what made her stay cammed up with her phone on to record all this and claim these people's names, that bullying, the straw that broke the camel's back, that bullying, there was something else, some more things going on, like other people that were saying words to her that, today you should go ahead and do this or quit playing and, saying things to her that word can be considered, inflammatory, can be considered the, what do you got? I guess what's the word? They can take that and say that this was actually your words actually equaled her actions.
Yeah, like the girl who told her boyfriend to go ahead and kill herself.
Yes, that's what they paralleled it to. Exactly. That exact case they paralleled it to, and he did it. So because now they're trying to say they can go back 48 hours, so that just only means a day of and the day before, right? So the day of, they're already counting the people that were there. They got someone took a screenshot and posted the names of the actual people, just how we're up here and it says Uncle Lance. They took the person, they doxed the people that were in that picture, in that photo, because a lot of people were screenshotting it to say, hey, this girl she's still hanging there, and you guys are you're not even taking this off your screen. You're not closing out the live. You're not blurring out anything, and it did took so many seconds for people to copy it and review it within the real time. Um, and I just think it's really sad that this person didn't even really have a chance to, like, her family didn't even have a chance to like sort out the details before people were already saying, hey, you know what? I only call Lance a hoe. I ain't really say, a whole lot to him. So, I ain't really mean, and we made up. Me and Hustler Musler is cool 3 days ago, so I ain't got shit to do with what happened 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? That's so too soon. And that's just crazy that they're so desensitized already that none of this is like weighing on them. The people that are weighing it on them are trying to get out of it so they won't have no accountability. It's really bad. Like, it's really sad that this is happening like this. And we thinking that, we live in Detroit lands, we gotta worry about somebody taking our car or some crazy shit at the gas station.
Right.
Folks up here worried about who's sending the cash app or who's not sending the super chat, and you know support the channel. So yeah, dudes, not to bring you down.
Nah, it sucks. It's definitely something people need to, pay closer attention to. You got to
Yes.
be, even though it's almost like being in the spirit, like you still held accountable because you're not in the person's face. You still, like, which is weird, like your persona still can affect somebody, even though you're physically aren't there. Like people in the military used to kill themselves from a letter.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's dying at home. My wife left me. It's just sad that just in the world that we in, I don't, I can't say that I'm, strong enough to withstand all of the, because I done been pushed to raise my voice in real life and cuss a nigga out online.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I have too.
Jumped across the table and choked a nigga in real life if he was here. So words, man, like people, I think that it should be laws and it should be some type of accountability, that's being had based on people's interaction on the internet.
Yeah. It needs to be something. Well, yeah, there needs to be something that, well, I don't know, because no matter what, it's sad to say, but no matter what you try to do, someone's going to circumvent that, right? Someone's going to try to go around that rule or try to bend or find the loophole and where it doesn't apply, or because that's all this is that they know they can't do certain things like this on one area on one app, right? So they don't go over there, or the ones that do go over there, they don't turn it up as high because they know it's a different outlet. So the fact that they know that, hey, I can go into this outlet over here where there are no rules, and people have this is crazy too. The dude, I want to show y'all this video, but the dude who did the live the day of, apparently the pocket watchers allegedly say that he made almost $9 grand that day. Because people were saying, hey, how are you gonna do this and this and that without your cash cow? Your cash cow's gone. But look at this real quick. This is some more of y'all, him talking. I just need y'all to see him in real life.
Oh, the verdict's out. This nigga's not, he's one of them. Show it, but I'm convinced. Like, I already know, nigga. The Braid King, even if you're not a transformer or whatever, and you do hair,
the verdict's out.
You still don't call yourself the Braid King.
And
like,
knowing that,
hair, I think my name would be something like "Girl, he different." Like that would be my name.
Girl, he different.
Right? He said he's gonna have to be something strong.
Yeah, something. Yeah, nah. The Braid King is like, that's like a person that do braids in jail.
Okay, but besides that, I just want you to see. I want you guys to see. Listen to this is what the bullying looks like. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, hold on. A little backstory before y'all hear what he has to say. Hold on. So one, she had been she has been put into an institution. I guess more than one time for her attempts on herself and just her whole altogether, right? So she was in a rehab, but apparently it wasn't for anything else but alcoholism. So that's that little backstory. So when you hear that in the comment, when you hear that, you know why that's where that she's been in an institution before. So apparently she's felt this low and that someone tried to help her. And here you go.
When you do this, it doesn't really mean too much for me, boo. It doesn't do nothing. She gonna sit over there, look stupid, and you talking about you gave her a lot of advice, girl. Was you talking about the advice when you told her to unalive herself that put her into the rehab in the first place? Because RIZZI was living life perfectly fine until y'all started bringing up her SA, dissecting her case, and telling her to unalive this.
Okay, so the story behind that is also that she was SA'd, and apparently this person who put out most of this information, who also, again, so y'all, I want to know what y'all think about how these folks really be thinking that these people are friends. I'm sorry, but I know Hustler Musler from YouTube, but I know Lance in real life. So, to say someone's your friend and to think that this relationship we have is for real, to the point where I'm sharing stuff with you, and to where you use it, you weaponize it against me later. So they legitimately told her that what she experienced was not for real. They told her, you guys saw the video of her, right? So this is why I'm showing you the video, because you saw what she looked like. You saw the young chocolate girl dancing with the Braid King. This is the Braid King talking right here. but you saw the young chocolate girl, the little thick girl, and dancing around. They told her that this is part of their bullying. They told her that she was not attractive enough to be SA'd. So what she did was she's reading rejection wrong. So this is also leading to the mind state of some people, and as well as the mind state of the people receiving this conversation. So imagine you telling your girlfriend or your someone telling and confiding in you, this is what happened to them, and you're telling them, girl, you read that all wrong because you're just not cute enough for that to be happening to you. This is part of the inside of the mind
That's
of what
fucked up.
it is, because women, and you guys, I'm not saying in comparison to anybody, but I know what I look like, and I know there are beautiful, beautiful women who have been SA'd, and there are women who are not attractive, who we deem not attractive to be SA'd, and both of them were, at the end of the day, were SA'd. You can't say because you're beautiful, someone raped you, and then you're ugly, someone raped you. Both, what happened was you got the same thing happen to you. So in this bullying, they're telling her these are the nice, nasty things that we sit on these panels, guys. And Hustler Muscle, you've been over here listening to us, and Lance, over there listening to them. That you've been on the panel and folks have said some messed up stuff. I'll do something to your kid, or I'll do something to your mom, and you like. Psh, and what to Lance's point, what we kind of a little thick in the skin, like fuck you and your mama, fuck you and the bitch that gave birth to you and all that. And we don't take it too seriously. But in this day and age, you tell someone fuck you and your mama, they really think you're coming to their house to do something to them and their mother.
Yeah.
So
They really
y'all check
do.
this out. So listen to how this is the Break King talking. Listen to the bullying, y'all, just so y'all can hear.
She had to pay that money to go to the rehabs. So it's crazy she's running to you for saving when you're the one who sent her to rehab, girl. You got to make it make sense. Let's do 2 + 2, bitch. It's giving 5 right now. Go ahead, Kiwi Skip.
Get handled like this. It just kind of don't move me no more for the simple fact that you're okay with it. And as long as you're okay with it, how can anybody else not be okay with it for you? And I think that's what's going on.
So I'm not going to play too much more longer of this because I don't want nobody saying nothing about it. But
you, RIZZI, is it's giving transactional validation. Okay, people didn't start liking you until you started gifting, which means their acceptance of you is transactional. They associate with you with the value of you and your spending. You understand? And that creates a toxic loop because your presence is not appreciated if your money is not with you. Okay.
So you guys see how they were talking to her? This is them talking to her, right? So something's happening in that person that they don't have enough wherewithal to push the X button and leave and go away from all this. Is it possible to be addicted to social media, guys?
Yeah. I mean,
like straight addicted, like crackhead addicted.
Yeah, it's a form of entertainment. I found myself checking my IGs to see what's popping and YouTube, and when I wasn't able to do it, I was like missing the world. It felt like it's almost like the news for the hood.
Hustler.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I stepped away for a while. What you say?
Oh, well, if you're not listening, I'm not talking to you. I said, is it actually a possibility, a real thing to be addicted to social media?
Yeah, it's possible. Like anything else in this world, yeah, you can be addicted to it. That's
like
why,
a straight addiction, like you tweaking, like we've seen people addicted to things. We've seen babies born addicted. Like that's our image of what's your image of addiction? Because folks like to convolute definitions. We've seen addiction, like Pookie. What was that movie? With Chris Rock. What was the movie, Lance? Like a straight, like I can't walk.
Oh, you mean
yeah,
New
like
Jack City?
Yeah, like we've seen addiction. You've seen, I suck your dick for this cheeseburger. Like we've seen addiction. So the image of addiction, we all can agree on what that looks like because we have some point real life reference that we all agree. So given that agreement, this is the addiction is what we're saying that she had to social media.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it.
So you're telling me you're tweaking out to that point where you got to be on TikTok? Because if you say addiction, the most, even though it's funny, we're gonna think of I suck your dick for the cheeseburger situation. You know what I
No,
mean?
we
Even
think more
though,
like now when it comes to social media addiction, I think we think more like cash at me some money and I'll show you something. You know what I mean?
because I'm thinking holiday heart. You know, remember the mama brought her a bike. Remember the mama brought the bike and she was like, "This is for you." I'm thinking, you know, nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. When I see it, when I hear addiction, I'm thinking that. I'm not thinking you just can't put your phone down. You know, you just can't. I'm not thinking you just cannot go on TikTok today. You feel me? Am I tripping?
Nah, you right. You hitting the nail on the head with it. Um, it's definitely real. I will say that. I've like I said, I've seen glimpses of it, especially during the pandemic, to where, you know, I was getting off work, coming straight to I was at work online, you know, and I think that a lot of times, you know, it's just that people don't have the social circle, you know, that they had in college or in high school, you know, or in a fraternity or a sorority, or, you know, like that's why we join these things. We don't join them to be by ourselves. So I don't think that, you know, the internet is no different. We wish to connect. A lot of times people's life is so boring in the real world that they choose to be online more than, you know, out in these streets or socially at a club or at a cigar bar, or, you know, that's our time online. I'm gonna roll up right here and spend my day, my 8-12 hours online.
So do you
Nah,
think
that's kind
we
of
we
weird.
were homebodies? Like, okay, so because you know how you have people that are homebodies. Like I've been a homebody, but Lance, you know, we can go out in Detroit, right? You can go out and hang out, right? Hustle
Mm-hmm.
Muscle, what side of the world are you from?
Oh, I stay in Illinois.
Oh, you
Okay, so
right
you're in
next
the
door.
Midwest too. So you know that we go out here in the Midwest. You know, people get dressed. You this is what you save your gear, your shoes, and all that. You know, your gear for. Although we are home, you know, I don't know, maybe because it's a geographical factor that in the wintertime we just be homebodies. But for the fact that I probably was already a homebody to begin with, because I'd rather be at home anyway. Even still, do you think that we just created like a whole new version of this homebody? Because folks don't know how to do nothing outside no more. They don't even know how to, you know what I mean? Do you think something happened? Like I feel like something shifted. It was pandemic-y, like it just because there are people who already just stay at home anyway. But now there's a lot of people. The anxiety is high. I remember having an employee who couldn't come to work because she had an anxiety attack. You know how many fucking anxiety attacks I have in a week that I just I still have to go to work? Don't you got to go to work when you have anxiety on the road, Lance? When you're trying to drive and these folks are sliding everywhere and you just could see an accident happening, right? Am I
Yeah.
tripping? Or am I just, do we not just
No,
have
you're right.
anxiety anyway all day?
No, that's what I just said. You know, I'm up in age. I try to stay safe at home.
So I think,
Home is a safety.
are we homebodies now? Like, is that what happened? These folks aren't supposed to be out here socializing because see what's happening? Maybe they weren't supposed to be in, you know, because there's no way that that could be that kind of group of bullies. Because there's a group of these people that
Oh,
are
them people
comfortable.
wouldn't do that shit in real life. They
Yeah.
definitely
So,
would be, you know, choked the hell up.
oh, just in general, come on, you could testify. Just some of these conversations we've heard in these spaces, folks wouldn't say. You know, we hear them say it all the time, right? Hustle, muscle. You wouldn't say that shit to somebody in real life, and we hear people say You're right. I wouldn't even when you get to the male and female conversations, the women say I wouldn't talk to a man like this in real life. But I'm saying it to y'all bust ass, bandit ass ninjas. You know what I mean? So we're clear on the fact that some of this stuff probably wouldn't be taking place if the person was, even if you thought you can whip their ass for just a second, you still probably would be second guessing whether or not you was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say the
wouldn't
same
just be
shit in
out
real
here
life.
just disrespecting people. Just in, even if you are, capable of backing your words. Most people don't just go around just disrespecting people, knowing that you can get shot by the lowest of whoever, like any random person, a woman, an old lady. Like, you just try to, if you wise, you just know better.
So cyber bullies really can't fight. They pussies.
Oh, definitely, I say that.
Cause why would you just not? You know who's scary? That chick that rolled up on that man was like, see how easy it was for me to find you because you made a comment. I want you to say apologize. That's scary. And she was so nice. She didn't even come like, she didn't even bully the man or nothing, right? He made his comment. She drove 2 hours, y'all, 3 hours to go find him. That's a crazy cyberbully. That's some crazy. That's beyond you cussing me out, telling me my mama didn't never love me. It's probably not gonna do as much damage as you showing up at my front door talking about I need you to apologize. You know what I mean? Like
That's wild.
there's
No
gotta
matter
be something.
what they look like. What the fuck are you doing here? How did you find me? That's besides the point. Talk that shit now.
Right, because when you get there, you're not saying you didn't say all the N words that you said on the comments underneath her comment, and and in whether it was a skit or not, right? Because some people want to have a conspiracy and say, hey, it was a skit, and then some people say, no, that bitch lost her job, she's crazy. Okay, so still, she said, do you see how easy it was for me to find you? Lance, do you remember? I don't know, Hustler Mustard, if you remember way back when there was a Tigers game that happened in the Detroit Tigers game where the ref was betting against the game and he made a bad call. Do you know they found that ref and showed up on his front porch and tried to beat the shit out of him, those Tigers fans, because he
Oh, damn.
made that call? Yeah, so the fact that she said, do you see how easy it was for me to find you? You made a comment a few days ago underneath my comment. You comment on my comment, Hustler Mustard.
Damn.
I'm coming to your house. I'm finna come to your house, Hustler Mustard, because you commented underneath my comment and it was racist. I'm gonna need you to apologize. I'm finna be there in a minute. I'm finna get in my car. What?
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
that is
wild.
crazy.
So we are. I mean, I'm not saying we're not surprised, but are we seeing the direction it's going in now, y'all? This folk just showed up at default house. This woman just took her whole entire life and said, you know what? Forget this. Y'all doing too much. Because these folk done found your name, your phone number. Yeah, Lance, I hustling myself. I don't know how long you've been in this space, but I've been in this little sector space, in this space, some of these spaces for a minute.
5
And
years.
I've been on the phone with people and I've seen people say, I'm finna send CPS to your house, and then I've seen the CPS show up. To the point where someone has their child, the police person holding their children while they sort everything out. There's no way, yo. There's no way. What is that going on that serious? How could you just not like this woman so much? How could you just not like somebody so much that you just got to go there? Lance, I can't stand your ass. I'm finna get in my car and come beat the shit out you. What?
Come on, I'm about to take a shower.
Hey. Gonna be a wet booty fight.
God
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh my.
I'm
And
finna
people
take
say
all
I
the
got
time
to
and be like, you gotta get out. There. No, y'all know I'm messy.
I could have told you that.
You should already know. You come over to my channel. If you're a man, you will be hypersexualized because, haha, that's what you get.
I don't mind.
I get it all day long. I get it every day, sometimes twice on Sunday. I can just pay it forward to the menses and let y'all know, hey, menses. Hey, mens.
Right. Oh,
I
for
done
sure.
seen some.
So
Listen.
this is how we kind of raised. Like, it's actually weird for somebody to be offended by a lot of the shit that's going on right now. You know, somebody says something sexual. Ah, you can't flirt no more?
No, because flirting is fucking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, mind
Flirting
fucking.
is
Yeah.
nah, it's not the mind sex. We're not going back to deep thought. We're not going back to, try. We're not going back to that time again. We're going back forward to where your mind ain't no mind sex. You gotta just say what it is, and it is what it is. And if it
Yeah.
ain't, it ain't.
I just don't. I mean,
I'm not
to
trying to
me, it's
flirt
not
with
just
your
a.
mind. Are you
It's,
crazy?
it's
Why would
not
I
just
flirt
a.
with your mind?
They send
It's
him
to build up to it. I don't know. I mean,
For
there's
crying
mental, but
out
then if you
loud,
go to the
hustler,
physical,
are you 1,000 years old? We don't build up anymore. Oh, where have you been?
let me just go
Nah.
straight to the fucking part. No build up, no
Dude.
scenario, no creativity, no
Hi,
nothing.
my
Come on,
name is
man.
Pink. It's nice to meet you.
well, I'm 51 years
Nope, that
old.
ain't
I
my
ain't making
style.
no girlfriends. I'm tricking.
You see, right there. He explained it all. He
I'm
said
50.
he tricking. You going right to the period. Period.
Yeah.
See? No. This ain't no because not this,
That's because
not this.
that's what's dictated. They like you gotta conform. Like, man, I remember a couple of years ago, I was trying to date this girl and bring her flowers
Aw.
and she said something like one day she was like, "You an old cornball about love." I'm like, "What you mean?"
Aw.
She's like, the flowers, like my card. She named all the stuff. I'm like, bitch, do you actually understand that I actually put my mind at work to try to make this a good birthday?
Who
You
who
know,
puppy is back there?
oh my, gotta
Okay, you need to be a good fur parent. We don't do that over here. You need to go show them attention,
no,
please.
that's because I walked in there. Now he want me to come back.
Okay. Come back for dad.
But yeah, they don't look at dating the same, the same. That taught me something right there. Like when she said that was so corny, I'm like, you know what, bitch? I used to get fussed at for not doing this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be more sensitive and you need to be more this. And then when you become that, now women is like, you're too sensitive, or you're a hopeless romantic, or you read that in a
Oh,
book. You read that in a book or something.
I'm a
Maybe you
hopeless. I
did it
know
for the
that for
wrong
sure.
woman. Maybe you
You
did it for the
casted,
wrong
yes,
woman.
you casted your pearls before swine. You gave it to the wrong person.
Yeah, she was fine as hell. I used to like her ass too.
See, isn't that what they were saying earlier, Hustler? They were saying y'all going after the booty. It's not your beauty, it's your booty.
No, it wasn't
Well,
a
we're
booty.
men.
She had a little booty. She had a
We're
regular.
men. We're visual. We're visual creatures, so that's never gonna change.
Listen, I can't wait to get a boyfriend so he ain't gonna have his wardrobe is gonna be nothing but gray sweatpants. Yes, period. Just for me. Period.
Well, I wear gray sweatpants. Sometimes gray, sometimes
I'm gonna
black,
be like,
sometimes blue.
no blue, no other colors. We don't like all them colors. We're not doing the Rainbow
Why?
Coalition over here because I request gray. If he requests, listen, it's an even trade off in these relationships. Sometimes I know folks that don't have relationships be the main ones that can talk because sometimes you can see from the outside, but just being in it, like certain things, I didn't have a problem in my relationships. Like, if you want me to wear something, guess what I need you to do, sir?
I'm not
You want
telling
me
you
to
to
do
wear a
something?
damn thing.
You want me to do something? And guess what I need you to do, sir?
Uh-huh.
You want me
It's
to
not
put
my.
something in my mouth? Guess what I need you to do, sir? You want me to hold something in my hands? Guess what I need you to do with your 10 fingers, sir?
10?
I mean, you only got 10, you got toes, but we can get to that later.
Yeah. You want me to take a baby out? God damn, all 10? Let me do some turning,
If
twisting
your woman
fingers.
got some experience, that ain't she got a couple places she can hide your fingers, sir. Some of these women got holes and creases and divots and dimples. There's places to put your fingers.
No, I feel you.
Really?
Husband said, really? Really?
Nah, I feel you. But it's just different now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Women back
You
in the day
can't touch
used to have to,
nobody.
man, I used to have to beg for some head. Now
Oh
that should be the
Lord.
first thing you get. Like, hold on, boo.
You don't even gotta know her. I had a friend who I mean, sorry guys, it's disgusting, but she was my friend. I mean, she was a pretty girl too. But she was a virgin, so she didn't you could not penetrate her in her hoo. So all she did was, what you just said.
Yeah, I know somebody like that. My boy, he mad as hell. He told me personally that his wife don't like vaginal sex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? He like, yeah, bro. I'm thinking, should I get a divorce from her? I'm like, he like, bro, that's all she like ever. I said, oh, then how you got 3 kids, nigga? He like, bro, I tried to take it back to the way we used to be, but this is all she want now. I'm like, maybe she afraid to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Do she take birth control? He's like, hell no. I said, that
God,
could
them
be,
tubes
maybe
up.
she just like anal sex, bro. That's you. Like, that's your wife. Like, you could be as nasty as you want to be.
Well, that would be the idea, right? But I've been in some of these conversations where I've heard men say that is not, you know, beyond it being a cultural thing. Because there's some of the other men that have said this, Lance, have said, no, I'm not about to slip my wife out. That's why they have a mistress, so that's why they have a side piece. These men, I've been on the panel and I've heard the men be like, oh no, my woman's not sucking my dick. What do you mean? She's not gonna suck my balls and lick my gooch. No, but your Becky can. Or you get with somebody else and you start asking them to do it. So I've heard these men say in their real voice, in their real life, on these panels, on this YouTube space, that they wouldn't do those things that they do. The girlfriend is the freaky one, the side piece is the freaky girl. That's not. And I've heard men also say, what do you mean? I'd rather have one woman I can be freaky with, because then I know, where everything's coming from, and my liability of getting infected is down. All that, they have reasons why they say, you know what, one person is where it's at. But then there's been men that have said, I wouldn't do that with my wife. That's why I have to have a sneaky link, because I respect my wife. Why would I ask her to suck my dick and lick my gooch after work?
Oh, so asking another female to do that is not disrespectful in and of itself. Come on, some folks in this.
No, because she's the side piece. Hustler, have you heard the conversation? You stop. You heard these conversations in these
No, no,
they've
no, no,
been on
no. I heard.
in these
I,
spaces.
I heard what you said. I'm saying, so having another woman that's not your wife suck you and fuck you every day is not disrespecting your current wife.
No, they didn't see.
Yeah.
They said they didn't see the cheating. The cheating is disrespectful. However, she
Yes,
finds
that's what
out.
it is. Cheating.
Right. So if she finds out, and then they justify it by what they're doing with the side person as what's the word? I'm running out of words today, guys. Like, to justify it, to say, you know what, Hustler, I don't do that nasty thing with you because I respect you. That's why I go with Lance, so that I can do the nasty stuff with Lance. And you're like, but you're cheating on me, and I'm like, yeah, but that's because I respect you not to do those nasty things with you. And you're like, but you're
That
cheating on
sounds
me,
like
so
that's the biggest
That's a
pile of
narcissist.
bullshit.
That's a narcissist right there.
That's the biggest pile of
listen.
bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life. So you rather get, I don't know, fucked around with by somebody else other than your husband or your husband or your wife out of respect for your spouse? That's kind of ironic. I'm disrespecting you by giving sexual access to another woman. In my case, that's disrespecting my wife. So I don't get the logic.
No, honey, this is the conversation that we listen. I walked away from the computer, y'all, so I don't know what's happening. Because I was braiding my hair. But yeah, so no, this is what they said in some of these space. Well, in this space alone, this is what I've heard for real. That yeah, dude, they don't want to. They're not gonna slut their wives out like that. Why would they do that? They have. I
Man,
mean, some of
that's the
the
whole
guys.
reason to be married. That's what I
That's
couldn't
to
wait to
me,
be married
yes.
for.
That's the whole reason. So you can know it be one penis, and that you can work that penis. That we can get as far back in your throat. You ain't got to worry about if you're gonna catch something, if you're gonna be breaking out because either he done put his weeby somewhere else. Because when men, I'm sorry to say, but sometimes y'all don't understand. That's how miscarriages. That's how women, have like pH balances are off. It's because the man has also not saying it's to his fault because y'all gonna say, oh, y'all always blame on the men. No, we're just saying that biologically, when they go to figure things out in our bodies, it's because we've been with someone unprotected, and then we can figure out that if I haven't been with nobody else, only just you, then how do we have something between us? Which is usually because the man been with somebody else too. But that's even down to you having like a yeast infection, all the way down to you having like, a little smell, all the way up to having like gonorrhea, or something else, or a baby, you know what I mean? So we're not trying to say it's the men's fault all the way, but that's how we can tell, you know, I think I told y'all the story where I could tell when my ex, uh, because of the taste of his body, whenever I was tasting him, I could tell if he had drank some liquor, had some bad weed, or he washed himself. When things are looking crazy, you're like, well, why do you taste like Dial when neither one of us have Dial in the house? We use Dove. So you know what I mean? Like,
Man, that's fucked up.
yeah.
Come here, let me taste you. What?
You're like, why you taste like Irish Spring? We don't even use that here. Oh.
And I can see your ass just being slick. I just love how you smell.
I do
Why
though.
you
I love
smell
that
like
smell.
Dial?
I love that smell between your legs and your thighs and that little crack in there. It's always so like it's like still smell like a shower, but it's just getting like a little musty.
Your ass crazy, dog.
I am. I know. I'm sorry, Hester Muster. He's like, I come over to Genesis channel and get a whole biology lesson. Oh God, guys, this is
No,
crazy.
but that's crazy. I think that's the whole reason to be with somebody so that you can, they can learn your ins and your outs and you can be as nasty as you want with them without, any, judgments or anything like that. Like, yeah, my bae nasty as hell. Hell yeah. I came in.
What the hell?
Yeah, she nasty. Like my girl nasty as fuck. I love her.
Hustler Butler.
Like I would rather have a girl that love the shit out of me that I gotta tell her to tone down something like, babe, we fucking all the time. Like, come on now, I'm 50, nigga. Then motherfucking have to beg for some ass, like I'm gonna start fucking somebody, okay? Yeah, I would rather have the other extreme.
Hold on, y'all.
You been married before, bro?
Nope, not a day in my life.
Man, I was married for 8 years. And I would say it was a blessing. I mean, I learned a lot,
All right, I'm back.
It's some of the best things ever, man, to be able to like feel like you took care of home and you went broke doing it, to take care of your old lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to try to go broke, take care of somebody who is not your wife or you're not working on that. That's not the focus. Like you lose. Man, you have been furnished a whole house and then don't even deal with the girl no more. And because you ain't petty, you're not gonna say, give me the motherfucking $5,000 worth of furniture I put in your crib.
I did. Left that motherfucker with a box. No, I'm not doing it. Never again. He had to leave his ass to I tattooed by your name on me. Okay, well, what the hell?
What?
Child, he sure did let him out. I ain't gonna never forget this. Okay. Take a picture, write it down. What the fuck? You got to go. I didn't know. You getting hell up, and that's Lance. Sorry to interrupt you, but I've always been the one with the house or with the place, and they got to get kicked their asses out. So I had a moment. Sorry.
Nah, I always left everything. Every relationship I had, I always left everything. Can't no one person complain about how was Lance a good boyfriend or not. Not even my wife. She can't even complain if I was a good husband. I just was when I was married to her, I was just like wits end. Like, I'm not about to be putting up with this shit. I'm not gonna work if you ain't. I'm straight. You mean to tell me I get to pick again? I get to choose again. I'm straight.
Did you get married again?
Hell yeah, that's my focus.
Hustler Mustler, you're gonna get married?
Conversing with each other. Period.
Oh, who is he talking to?
Are completely barefoot.
Oh, I thought he was talking to us.
He's not. He's talking to somebody.
Barefoot.
Yes. He's talking to someone else. Puppy, sit down. What time
My
is it?
bad. I was on the phone.
You're conversing with someone barefoot?
My bad. No.
He's doing sex talk. He like, I don't got no shoes.
I don't got no shoes on.
I don't got no shoes.
I got my toes out.
Got my toes out.
I just got a pedicure.
Well, to be fair, I have a toe fetish, just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, period. Hey, listen,
There's more women that got toe fetishes than men, dog.
I sold my foot pick for $75 back in the day. Let me tell y'all.
What the fuck? Who does that shit for real?
I did because listen, the guy wanted. I did a whole entire fetish photo shoot. So everything, if you go on my pictures, you'll see some of the pictures are just like body parts. So they'll just be like only my thigh, my leg, and my heel. You know, because that's the sexy part that men like to see. So I was really like catering to that idea, to where only thing that's going to be on the frame is what men like, right? They like your thigh meat on the side that you're going down to your knee and your knee going down to your calf and then going down to your foot with a sexy high heel on it. So the guy wanted a picture of my foot like with the like with wine and liquor bottles, and then he took like a watch and put it on my ankle, and he was like, that's all he wanted in the picture. And I have that picture somewhere. It's somewhere in my pictures. Yeah, but he sold it. He asked me could he buy it, or he asked me could he buy it from the photo shoot that I was doing. So I included that. In the photo shoot. So I already was doing a photo shoot. So I was like, oh well, let me go ahead and do some isolated shots and take some pictures. Only of my feet. I told the photographer what it was about. He was like, oh shit, I'm about to do that. So then he started taking pictures of just like my feet and stuff like that. So yeah, and I sold that picture for $75 back in the day. It was so crazy. I was like, you want to pay for it? He was like, sure. Now that I know what I know, I'd have been like, shit.
Yeah, because they taking those pictures and making their own website with them now.
Yeah, and see, one guy bought a picture of me, and I was squatting down. It's got me squatting down, and it looks like you can see I'm dressed. I mean, but the way that I'm dressed in my little undies and stuff, he asked me could he use that as a backdrop. This was way back in the day before podcasting and all this was getting like really heavy like it is now. And he was like, yeah, I'm wanting to use this as my backdrop. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. So I sold him the picture of that. I didn't know, but now that I know like feet pictures was a thing, shoot.
Damn, girl,
took a whole bunch of pictures.
That's fucked up.
I took a whole bunch of pictures of my feet.
I have a toe fetish, but damn, that's just a bit over the top. But
no, it was. I was buying high heels just for shit like that. I was like, oh, these are gonna be the fuck me pumps, and I took a picture of me with these high heels. When swear to God, only picture is just me. It's the back of me, and I have these little blue like lacy underwear on with this man's, because I wanted that image of the man's shirt, the man's work shirt with the woman's panties, and then just have the fuck me pumps on, and it's just the back of me. That's all it is. It's me turned away from the camera, because that was all that guy wanted. He just wanted. You probably see it. Yeah, you probably seen it in my pictures, Lance. Like that guy wanted.
A long time ago. No, you sent me some pictures when we was younger.
Okay, well, yeah, that's how long ago.
Red thong picture or some shit.
No, that was different. No, this was the blue thong, the blue underwear with the yellow shoes and the white shirt. And that's all he. That's with that whole entire
tank top shit.
With that whole entire photo shoot was nothing but like body parts. There was no pictures of me and my face. It was like my legs, my arms, my stomach, my back, my butt, my my side boob, like all that. It was fly as hell. I love shit like that. It was artistic as hell.
You know I'm a photographer, nigga. I got you.
Whatever, Lord Jesus.
I got you.
Wowee.
Wowee.
There's no way in the world we don't supposed to be making no money.
I don't need feet pics. I need the real thing in front of me so I can rub it, touch it, do whatever, grind on it, whatever.
Right.
Oh,
You
and
know
then
what, bro?
I dated this guy who he had. Oh my God, hustler! Since you said grind, it just reminded me. I dated this guy for a quick second who had a foot fetish. He would like you Netflix and chill, right? He wanted me to come over. This is so crazy. Come over and hang out. I would have to lay down and watch whatever we're gonna do. We're gonna watch a movie, right? We would order the food and everything and just chill. But I can't sit there. I can sit there, but I have to sit with my feet in his lap like the whole entire time. If I needed something, I didn't have to get up because he didn't want me walking around. So he was like, okay, he'll pay for my pedicures. And then I would literally come over and this man would be sitting there sucking his thumb or rubbing my feet. And after a while, it was like, dude, this is kind
Sucking
of
his
weird.
thumb.
Sucking
Sucking his
his
thumb.
thumb with his thumb in his mouth, grown ass man.
Who the
And
fuck
would be,
does?
That
be
shit turned
rubbing
her
my feet.
freaky ass on too.
He was a police officer to make it so bad. He was a law enforcer. It was crazy because I was like, I never seen that combination of like fetish type of like, you know.
I think I remember you had pretty legs and feet for sure. I think you was the. I think I used to make a joke about you that you had a full baby toenail or some shit.
Oh my God.
Baby toenail, really?
Like I never seen a
Wow.
woman with a full baby toenail. I think it was you.
Oh my God, Lance, hush your face. I can't believe you. What the
Like you had
hell?
a whole baby toenail. That motherfucker
A
still
baby
white.
toenail.
That shit clear. It
Well,
ain't black.
Oh Lord
damn,
Jesus.
ain't that some shit? Just rest your feet in my lap and I'm comfortable with that. Just don't be surprised if you feel something slithering at the bottom, okay? You feel like a little slight slither, then you know what's up, okay?
Hey,
Nah,
listen.
Genesis is doing that shit just so because she
Listen.
Can I share? Can I share just a
No,
little bit?
I don't have no skills. Listen.
Genesis is
A nice person, a beautiful human
no,
being.
she's a seducer, bro. Like she'll do
Your
stuff
face.
knowing that it'll seduce a man, and she'll just be regular about it.
No, shut your face.
And that's what I like. I like,
She'll
and
just
that's
be
and that's the
regular
kind of
about
stuff
it,
I
bro.
like. You do stuff to me seductively, but to you, it's just like a regular day, a regular habit for you. I like that. I've had that happen many times.
She like to control men.
Lordy Jesus, no, I don't. I
Don't
do
mind
not want to
being,
be in charge. Okay,
I don't mind being dominated.
this the picture he used as the backdrop.
I think
I
I've
wasn't
seen
even
that picture.
yeah, I wasn't even doing nothing. This was just look how long ago it was. This is so old. But
Yeah, that picture does
That's
look
actually
like a,
older than 2015.
yeah,
so it's like
probably
13, 14.
Yeah, that shit go way back. I remember
Nowadays I can't even you can't even tell because how do I look? I don't even how am I looking different? Is what's crazy to me. Let me see how are you
you think
old?
you look different?
Let me see how old you guys are. Y'all. What is that?
The Box. I remember that shit. That was my music station back in television station back in the day.
Shit, I got in trouble so bad for calling them fucking numbers and ordering a box. And you don't
You ran
know
your
that
parents'
shit
phone
show
bill
up
up
on
the
the phone
ass.
bill.
You ran the phone bill up the ass. You motherfucker.
Yeah. No, my mom. That was back when I was living with my mama. Man, that shit was the wildest. I don't know. I think it was like $1.50 for one.
It was $1.50.
We had whole albums worth of music.
Yeah,
that's when the phone bill used to be $32. She was like, "This motherfucker, $32."
Nowadays, $32 on the phone bill don't look like shit because look at phone bills today.
Yeah.
Look at these cell phone bills and house bills today. $32
See what I'm saying, Lance? How do I look the same? I look the same.
Okay, there it is. I was going to say I couldn't tell.
I don't know how to make them side by side, but I know I look the same. This is what 2015.
Yep. 10 years. Man, I'm getting old.
Your high school body well up into your 30s. That's what I remember.
But
yeah,
then,
so did I.
But then if you look at that picture, And then let's see. Will it go to my homepage for me? Or do I have to exit out of it to do it? I don't know why I can't go back to my homepage. So if I go to that picture, and then that picture was what I said that was 2015, but then this one was this one was June 1st, and I just got a little fat.
You ain't fat. You ain't fat. You say you want to do a photo shoot. When?
I don't know. I don't like that. You can see my whole pudge. Oh, my thighs. Yeah. Gotta let my moose knuckle breathe. All right. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. My Instagram is cute. Hustler Muscle, you follow me? We follow. You follow? Hustler Muscle is not here. He likes to. Oh, Lance dropped down.
I'm here.
I said, do you follow? I follow. You follow on Instagram, on IG?
Yes, I do have. I do have Instagram, but I don't use IG.
You don't follow me?
I think I do.
Yeah, I think you do. Sit by myself, talking to the moon.
You look a little bit like Lisa Ray McCoy.
Rendition.
When someone says it's just a dog, but that dog is your whole world.
Aww.
When someone says,
oh my God, I didn't even realize that video was there.
Cute little dog.
That is my dog. My puppy. Look, I'm doing some bad dog shit.
Being good, I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live.
He said I can't. I'm doing some bad dog shit.
Wow.
That is so
Wow.
crazy.
Wow, you look nice. I love it. Well, I don't show myself on camera.
You don't show yourself on camera. Thank you.
No. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Frizzle Frost. Hey, at work. Swinging by to hit the like button and show the love. Thank you. Oh, let me show this. Thank you, Dr. Frizzle Frost, for you guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's who you were talking to. Okay.
Yeah, I just said thank you.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I don't show myself on camera. I'm shy.
Oh my goodness. You shouldn't be shy.
But here's a picture.
You can't see you.
Oh, wait, wrong picture. How was that?
See you. I see Santa Claus.
Yeah. A black Santa Claus.
Yeah. So usually I wear braids, but here I is.
Here I is. That's fine grammar for you.
Here I is with my long hair. Look at my pictures, y'all. You see it in the camera back there.
Healthy hair.
Yep.
It's all the way
Wow,
down my
you-
back.
Is that how your hair looks today or now, or is that just an older
No,
picture?
right now I'm braiding it because I'm doing this is my Instagram, y'all. Right now I'm braiding it, so it kind of looks like this
Oh,
right
okay.
now. It's got curly on the
Hey, that
end.
looks nice. Baby, where you been all my life?
Whatever. Folks have seen me. This is back in the day.
Where was you back in the day?
Chilling in Atlanta. This is all the time in Atlanta.
ATL, shorty.
So now my hair is braided. See, Detroit made me. California, I say California made me, Detroit raised me. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me. I was cute. Okay, so anyway, y'all. That's me and my natural hair too, right here. Just I took you
That's
take
what
your
we like.
braids
All
off.
natural. All natural.
When you take your braids down and your hair is just curly, just let it hang out. And sometimes I can do a curly look. Like this is curly hair. That's just curly hair right there. But y'all, I got 2 people watching. Yay! There I am. Y'all come check me out on my what is this? My IG. Okay. Come say hi to your girl. Come say follow. Oh, this is how my hair looks right now when I'm done.
What up, though? It's your girl Genesis in the car. I already don't have no money, but
Oh yeah, did you hear this?
went to go and get some fries because I haven't had McDonald's fries in a minute.
No, I didn't see this one.
My guilty pleasure, because I did 5 push-ups today, and I ran 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes this way.
5
so I did my
push-ups.
exercise, so I deserve a treat. Just to find that when I get my food, my fries from the window, the gentleman doesn't even speak English. I understand. This is America. I understand. I'm not against the immigration or anything that has to happen that isn't a benefit. However, sir, you didn't even understand when I asked for ketchup and napkins. Love y'all.
So how you feel about that, Hustler? What do you think about that? This dude, so when I went to go get the fries, yeah, that it was so crazy that I was like, hello, like talking like, can I have napkins? May I have napkins? May I have like he was just like, huh? Like it was not making any sense to him. And then when I saw, I was like, oh shit, he doesn't even speak English. He don't know what the hell I just said. Which is crazy, right?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Doing is crazy.
If I seem distracted, that's because I'm on my phone trying to set up my next AI video.
What is an AI video for?
It's a music video. It's for my upcoming show.
Oh, yeah, you know how to do all that. I don't know how to do any of that.
I know you've seen them on my channel.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do any of that.
Okay, well, it depends on the kind of generator you use.
Yo, I would need help with that. Like I do. I'm, eventually want to start using AI.
Yep.
Like I have like, I don't know.
I have one where I can put 2 people in the same frame together. Like I could take a picture of you and a picture of me and put us in the same, in the same shot together, doing whatever.
So I see, like you could take like a clip from a conversation and then create an AI like visual for it.
A clip?
Yeah, like you could take a piece of a conversation, like someone telling a story. They're like, like the story I just told you guys. And like when I first came here, I wasn't cussing. I didn't even know how to. You could actually take my words and dub it up against a visual, like an AI image, and make the AI image say what I'm saying.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Now, I'm not sure how to do that because some AIs it requires a lot of what they call lip syncing or whatever. I don't know how to do all that.
Oh.
But I guess what I can do is take your dialogue and create some sort of, how should I put this? Create some sort of video for it so they can see like a visual presentation of what it is. Like if you're telling a story, I'll use my AI to make characters do whatever you're narrating. Like if you say,
Oh,
"Oh, I fell off my bike one day," I'll just have an AI generate image of you riding down the street and you fall off your bike, something like that.
oh, interesting. Interesting.
So I don't know how to do the voiceover stuff. That's something else.
Yeah, I saw someone do it was like they had taken a story. So a content creator was telling the story and they just took that story, just that little part of it. Like the person was like, I walked in and, they started telling the story. And they just took that little portion to and then they made the images. It was like a animated image tell the story. But the image was was um was was playing out the story. So in the image on the AI image, the AI was walking through the store, and like the guy was explaining, like I walked out the store, I went shopping, and I had these bags in my hand, and I walked out the door, and when I walked out the door, I saw X, Y, and Z. Well, when you saw the AI image, the story matched the visuals. We saw the guy walk out the store, he had bags in his hand, and he walked up, and then you saw him go. So his story matched, like the visuals matched. So I'm thinking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do.
No, you don't.
Now with the AI that I use, it just creates like a picture. Like if you were to, I don't know, take a picture of yourself, upload a picture, and then have it do something like walking out the store with grocery. It'll just show a picture of you walking out of grocery, but you got to animate it yourself. You have to use whatever animation tools, to make it move. That's what I have to do.
Hmm.
I could say, for example, me and you dancing at a club, a picture of you and a picture of me, we're dancing at a club. It's going to give me the picture, but I have to animate it myself, make it, add some movements to it.
So they've already okay. So a quick on the update. I like this layout. A quick on the update. A quick update on the RIZZI situation just now. Apparently, there's like this justice for RIZZI. There is going to be a RIZZI's law. They're already putting those things into motion. So people, this is serious to kind of bring that back around. Because I'm also, like I said, I was listening to the the updates in my earbud that's inside of the headset here. And apparently there's some people that this is getting closer to home for them. So, I mean, if you guys are serious, right? You shouldn't be, first of all, Hustler, these people are as old as we are. These people are grown adults. They're not kids. They're not, there's a 27-year-old kid, young woman, but these people that are doing this to them, these are parents, these are, you know what I mean? So to me, makes me feel like now when you get with someone and they're up all night online, what are they doing? Before you would be like, oh, okay, maybe they're cheating. Maybe they're cheating, or maybe they're, carrying on this relationship. But now you might be like, well, then they over here unleashing some demons on somebody.
Could be.
Oh my
You
God.
don't know what these mofos are doing nowadays.
This is so bad.
It really is.
So there's a video of there's an image of a Spider-Man toy hanging from a ceiling fan is what they've used to mock her. So the crazy thing about it is that these folks don't think that there's going to be any repercussions. Like they're like in real life, they're like, you know how they always say in this space, how they say, well, this content creator can't be for real, Hustler, because this is just YouTube. It's the entertainment, right? This is what we always say, right? This is just YouTube. This is just entertainment. Well, because those people think like, oh, it's just entertainment. They're thinking nothing's gonna happen to them. They're thinking like, how are you gonna catch me? This is TikTok. This is entertainment. And they mocked the girl by hanging a Spider-Man action figure from a ceiling fan and then posted that picture. So now the person is no longer here, and they're also using that to mock her, right? But this is entertainment, right? This is just
No, that ain't no damn
you.
entertainment. Mocking somebody online is no different than mocking them close to their face. Just like in real life, you gotta know what jokes are funny and what jokes are just flat out offensive. You know,
They're
that is
bullies.
offensive
Remember,
bullshit.
they're bullying her, and she's not even here no more. So then, when you hang up because they didn't believe it was real. They think she's just playing because they don't. They're saying, and then when somebody came up on the panel, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, and said that in all defense of the people watching YouTube and watching TikTok, it's hard for them to figure out what's real and what's not real. So that's why they're like, haha, she's probably not. She's probably just playing somewhere like, Tupac. She's on the island chilling. Mm-hmm.
Yep, crazy stuff out here. I tell you. Genesis, you're still there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay.
I had to get me I'm just going to pull up my TikTok page. There's so many stories. Mm, okay. Ooh, this is heavy, y'all. But it doesn't have to be. So we just need to be aware that that mental health is not content. So if you think somebody's slow, then if you mess with them, you're just as responsible for anything that happens to them, because that means you just took advantage of them knowing that they're not all there. Mm, mm,
tickets. I guess that was a fallout that they had, and I don't know exactly what he would ask for a lot of money. So he was pretty much taking advantage of her. There was one time that she paid him $2,500 to go on vacation to braid Rizzy's hair. So she had to fly him out, pay for his plane tickets. I guess that was a fallout that they had, and I don't know exactly what happened. At the end of that, he started saying that Rizzy essayed him, which is really crazy for him to do that since Rizzy didn't do anything. I mean, plus they all knew that Rizzy was going through all that stuff with the therapist that essayed her. They knew that she was going through such a hard time. So for him to say that about her was very hurtful for her. It was one of the things that she kept repeating in some of the lives that I saw, that it was really affecting. Now, I'm going to say one of the worst people, though.
wow. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I did.
So the guy that she liked who she thought she had a crush on, tried to accuse her of that. That's it. That's why they're saying that he got the hotel room that was separate and then brought his own lock to keep her
Damn.
out.
So he thought she was
Because
just crazy. He
right
accused her
there,
of being crazy.
right, he thought he was gonna get his some little hands and he's gonna get touched if he had was in the same room with her all night. Right? He gonna be like feeling on your booty, your booty, your booty, boo boo booty. I've been following this girl. She's been breaking it down, y'all.
So
This
this is
has
the
been
last thing I'm gonna
serious.
say about this situation. I'm gonna switch it up because I don't want to keep speaking on it. But if they ever see my video, y'all need to stay the fuck off the internet. The very reason why y'all are in this position right now is because you don't know how to keep your fucking mouth shut.
Now, some people were saying, Hustler, some people were saying that once it came out, that they should have just been quiet, right? They should have not. Nobody should have said anything instead of like, as opposed to like just being quiet until you were questioned, is what they're saying. You feel me?
Yeah, I do.
So, what would you have done? I mean, would you have waited till someone said something to you and then been like, "Oh, yeah, by the way."
Wait until somebody says something to me.
Right. So, because this is what they were saying. They said that some of the people that are talking about it were proactive. Like they went on the live the next day. They were like, "This is what happened." They were trying to speak about it before everyone said, because they can get in front of it. So they're saying, "Oh, by you doing that, you really sound guilty." You know what I'm saying? Like you really
Oh,
sound
okay.
like it's so you guys so instead of and so okay, because we do live every day, right? TikTok is living every day. There's so many different people going live all at one time every day. Just the same thing over here, right? So we know people saw what that was on my channel, right? Now
Yep.
either I take my channel down, which means to some folks I take my channel down, and it means like, okay, well, you're guilty. Look, you were part of the problem. But then the people that
Yeah,
left the channel,
I probably
so
wouldn't put myself in a I probably wouldn't put myself in a position where I'm gonna be suspect, even though I had nothing to do with it. So I probably wouldn't say anything immediately.
right. So that's the one I'm saying. Some folks were saying, why did some people, like if you were there earlier, like they were going after one girl who she said, I was there earlier, but I left and then I came back. When I came back, this is the part that I saw at the end. So they're saying, oh, well, since you were there, and she said, I wasn't there the entire time. So, given that folks were coming in and out of the lives, folks were leaving and then they realized what was happening and they left, right? So they're saying because you left, you know, you're part of the problem as well. But the people that were there who left, they're speaking up ahead of time. They're saying, let me get in front of this and tell the cops or tell the law what I know, right? But then the other people are saying, no, wait till they come and ask you, because if they don't ask you, don't say nothing. Even though you was sitting there right there, so you sitting here watching somebody get punched and beat up, and you sit in a room, Hustler, with someone who's getting beat up, right? They're getting punched, and you're like, you're not really cool with what's happening. You're not cool with it at all. You don't think it's fair. You're like, this is not right. So instead of you saying, hey, stop punching her, stop punching him, you get up and leave. Well, the police came to you and said you was in the room while they was getting punched, and you're like, I wasn't there all the way. I left early, and then I came back. So they're saying, well, since you was in the room, you're guilty too. And you're like, well, no, I wasn't there the whole time, but you still saw the person getting punched. So What is that supposed to mean? You didn't see them get beat up. You just saw them like, picking with them. You didn't see the fight. So you were
Yeah,
you
but
were there, but
you're
you weren't there.
you're still kind of a witness. He's still so when the fight started, they just ran out the room, but they anticipated it. So they were kind of a witness. They just only saw so much.
Well, they're saying some people don't say what you saw until someone asks you, what did you see? So would you go ahead of time? Would you kind of get in front of it and be like, let me tell y'all what I saw. I know y'all going to end up asking me, but I don't want to wait for you to ask me. I just want to tell you now. Because some folks are saying, why are you saying anything? But their police are just trying to piece it together. So they got you who were there early and left, and then me who came late and got the end. So our parts together make the whole event. So I get that part. So the police are going to do their job. The law is going to do their job. But it's crazy though, because everybody who was just in the room, you just being in the chat and watching it happen, it's crazy. So I could just imagine over here in this space, in this YouTube space, sitting here watching somebody get CPS called on them, or sitting here watching, someone go through a divorce, someone sitting here watching, that's just crazy. And they're trying to say, even though it wasn't 1,000 of y'all in the chat box, because it'd be hundreds over there in the chat, right? In that space. It's hundreds on this space as well for certain content creators, but the numbers are just probably astronomical just because Twitter is, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But the numbers are huge over there. So just imagine that. It's not like you can get 100 people to stop watching a train wreck. That's why we have traffic sometimes, because we have people watching the accident. So I don't know.
Yeah, that is a lot. To be honest, that is a lot. I probably would just keep my mouth shut unless they say don't speak until spoken to. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Mhm. Mhm. And they're telling people call the hotlines, call the numbers that are the resources available. I just know that from my experience being in a really downtrodden state of mind, those resources are not resourcing. You know what I mean? Some stuff is not catered to our demographic. Hustler, I don't know, are you black or white? I don't know if I'm talking to a brother or other.
How do I sound? Do I sound black or do I sound white?
You sound like your mama's white and your daddy's black.
Nope. Both are
You,
black. Thank you very much.
you sound like you have light skin issues.
I have no light skin issues or no skin issues whatsoever. My skin is nice and clean. Thank you very much. Hairy, but nice.
What? Harry. Oh wow.
Well, I
Okay.
got hair on my arms, my back, my legs. Just not that much hair. Hair on my face. So,
Beard gain. You have a beard?
yes, I do, but I keep it nice and trimmed. I can't rock the Rick Ross look. I've tried it. It didn't work.
Yeah, every man can't do that. I'd be seeing some dudes, I'd be like, sir, I'm not trying to be funny, but just like every woman can't do a bald head and wear a short hairstyle, every man's face. I don't know who told y'all, or y'all just don't have no friends. Nobody's checking you and saying, hey, by the way, you don't look all right today. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're ugly. I'm just saying every man's face is just not beard worthy. That's all. That's just my observation in life. So this petition is real. Let me see. Hold on. Yep. Wow, this is crazy, guys.
The petition is real, huh? Well, I can imagine. One can only imagine.
Mm-hmm. But they told the petition earlier it had like, oh geez,
Man, oh
it had
man.
like 270. It had 270 signatures. So now it's gotten so many more.
Yeah, that's something. Well, man, oh man. I hope this gets better. This cyberbullying shit, it needs to stop. I mean, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off in a little bit. I gotta be at work tomorrow, but it was nice talking to you, Jenny, sipping on hen while you're working at the pin.
Mm-mm. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Of
I
course,
just
of
wanted
course.
to make a quick video or make a quick post on, we gotta like look out for each other, and sometimes things are happening right in front of our faces and we're not paying attention, or we're just keeping our nose down for no reason. If you don't like what's going on, you can always just press the X button and leave. So
Yep, that's the best thing to do. But this cyberbullying thing, it needs to stop. We need to understand that your words can do just as much damage as any weapon or any physical violence can.
that's true.
Yep. And with that, I'm out. Good night, Genesis. Nice talking to you.
Alrighty, have a good night. Thank you. All right, y'all. So thanks for coming by. I'm gonna still try to um watch some more about what's going on. Still, everyone put your prayers up. Anyone who goes back and watches my video, we're gonna cover some more on the cyberbullying, because just like we said, this just definitely needs to end, needs to slow down, needs to stop. I've been looking at a few more videos, guys, and it's just kind of like, it's really sincerely heartbreaking. Let me see if I can pull up something else that I was kind of watching. Hold on. All right, so coming up slow, guys. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Something, my computer's moving slow. Okay, so let me see. There was just some, y'all know I like some clips. There's some there were some things I just wanted to kind of look at and show my viewers. I don't have no viewers. I could pretty much say or do whatever over here. I have what, one person watching? That's probably myself. hmm Um. Okay, so here we go. Hold on, Lord Jesus. Hmm. All right, you guys. I'm gonna look at this last video before I take off. I'm still. I guess I didn't mean to go silent, but I'm still like kind of like shocked by this. Not so much shocked, but just like kind of heartbroken because this shouldn't have happened this way like this. Shouldn't have happened at all. But we shouldn't have been finding out just because it's being posted, or we shouldn't be oblivious to this either. All right, guys, I'm gonna pull up this other video. I hope it's okay to watch it. I'm supposed to say fair use. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. All right, so you guys listen to this. We need to know what bullying looks like in 2025, what it sounds like. Oh, I need to go to some of these content creator pages where see, a lot of folks have deleted. Let's see. Let's watch this one, y'all. This is the one where listen. All right, so fair use and look at this. This is so wrong, you guys. We need to make sure we sign this petition. We need to make sure that we're blocking people. Don't support these content creators who are doing these things because this is not what's up. It's not fair. But check this out, you guys.
RIZZI, y'all. This RIZZI.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Now y'all going to hell. Y'all.
It was on my FYP. I look at RIZZI.
Y'all completely.
Man, Karma finna get all of us. I'm not.
Tomorrow? No, tonight.
Did you hear what she said? Karma is finna get all of us, y'all. This is them making fun of her, what her body looked like hanging from her ceiling fan. So, yeah, guys, this is so not cool. I'm gonna let it play some more. Look at what it says at the top there. Content creator, panel members making fun of her passing. She completed an SUI on live hanging from her ceiling fan.
We gotta stand united because we finna.
Oh yeah, they finna be on the backdrop. The whole finna be.
We ain't said nothing like what HB said. HB
Y'all might as well go ahead and pose now because you.
Let me out the bus. It's too late. You rolling now. You heard that.
The picture pissed me off even more than seeing the picture. She wasn't doing nothing but leaning. She got a shoestring, tied it around her neck, and then just knocked her head to the side.
They said it was a dog leash. They said it was a dog leash.
I'm so crazy. I ain't even see the little Spider-Man had a ceiling fan on it, bitch.
Yeah, 2 of them. You heard me, Jay, to the hell. They said it was a dog leash.
Thank you, Sadie.
Even that wouldn't. That might be one strong piece, but
it's despicable, right, ladies? Despicable, right, ladies and gentlemen? I know nobody's watching. You You probably don't care, but that's okay. You don't have to care. You just have to be aware. In this kind of situations, who's at fault, y'all? Who's at fault? Who's at fault, y'all? So when you come back and watch this later, because her name was in my title, and you're like, oh, this girl made this 2-hour video. This chick made this video talking about bullying and how we need to end it. Yes. Thank you for the watch. Thank you for the restream. And thank you for coming back to my channel talking smack. So you guys, we're going to go out on this. You guys come back and watch this video later. Use it as your teaching material. Whatever you got to do to get out the message and talk to people about what you're doing. I'm going to try to get on more consistently and talk about things. I have some videos I need to upload. I've been doing my cleaning business, so I have a lot of that, like before, after, look at what happens. So, you know, you guys, let's take care of each other, right? Take care of each other. So here is this fair use, this trigger warning. If you haven't seen or heard the video, heard the audio, this is the video of her last few moments, or when they actually realized what was happening. All right, check this out, y'all. Hold on.
Rizzy.
Rizzy! Rizzy!
Rizzy.
Rizzy! Oh my God.
Hey. Rizzy, get down.
Rizzy! Rizzy, I know you hear us. You hear us, baby. Listen. Baby, it's a better way. You hear us. Tea time is even up here, Rizzy. Who has her location? Somebody send me her location to my phone number. Rizzy. Baby. Rizzy. Who has her location? Somebody send me her location. Get it to Bray, get it to HB, get it to somebody to call 911, y'all. Oh my God. Rizzy. Rizzy. Baby, I know you hear me. It's Essence. Rizzy. Rizzy. I know you hear me. Rizzy. Yes, y'all, get to HB, get to Bray, y'all, get to somebody. Rizzy, oh my God, Jesus, I'm coming to you in the mighty name of Jesus. Rizzy, listen to me, honey. Please tell me you hear me, Rizzy.
Rizzy.
Rizzy. Bray, do you have her location?
No, I don't.
Does HB call HB real quick and see if she has it? Rizzy. Rizzy, you hear me? Rizzy.
Rizzy, get up. Rizzy.
Rizzy. She's at home. Anybody got her new address? Does anybody have her address?
I'm on the phone with the police. I just gave them her number. I don't have her address, y'all.
Okay.
I'm on the phone with 911. I've been on the phone with 911.
Okay. Stay there. Stay here with me. Rizzy. Rizzy, I know you can hear.
Y'all. You see how they was calling that baby's name? Calling her name. Trying to get her to see if she would respond. Y'all. I was going to say rest in peace. I hope this is not a situation where we have to regret our sentiments later. That has been brought to the surface as well. Yeah, we're gonna keep following this story. I know no one's watching, so I get to say and do whatever I want. Um, and I'm not monetized or anything, so again, it kind of doesn't matter to a degree. Hold on, let's see. It's on Facebook, you guys. It is on. I'm looking for the to see if they posted it. TMZ has an IG page. I think it is on. This is where we found this. It's on their IG page. No, I found this on the TMZ page. Yeah, guys, we got to take care of each other. We have to love on each other. We got to be there for each other. Um, we need to start looking out for each other. And this is creating such crazy controversy. So some of the comments are they're attempting to take them down. So you need to just be careful. I'm just looking through the comments because I was looking through the comments earlier and, just to pay my condolences to, but then you find out there's conversations in here that are about what everybody is doing. So as you can see, some of the comments are really, really nice and heartwarming, and then you have someone saying, "Hey, this breaking dude manipulated her for thousands of dollars. He called her a predator." Um, I don't know. We're gonna have to dissect some of these details later, guys. Whoever's gonna be following and watching. I've been listening to some of these panels and listening to some of these in conversations. And it's just crazy because I don't know anybody. They don't know each other, or we don't know them. But if you listen, these folks are telling on each other, they're talking about each other as if they have their lives are really, really intertwined. And for the most part, it is through this app. Look at this. Who are these people? TikTok bullies. And they're naming names. So, and what's even more sad is that some of these people that are being named in here, were not her friends, and they weren't. I mean, they weren't friends anyway. So apparently, there's another person being named here. Comment by one of her friends. They're conspiring on live to manipulate the narrative in these comments. So yeah, they're just getting together on a live so they can make sure that the information is all spun the same direction, with the certain details. So someone else makes a comment saying she was a beautiful soul on Messy Talk used for her money and humiliated her. That they did this on purpose. They named some more people's names. This person here is really saying that these people here were involved. It's deep, guys. So sugars, we need to really check in on folks. Oh, somebody said their comment was deleted. We need to really check in on folks. Justice for RIZZI. We need to really make sure that we are getting some sort of outlet. Listen, I'm all for the outlets. shout out to the outlets. Earlier I asked you guys, did you guys think that like social media addiction was like just as real as like an addiction, anything else that people are addicted to? They say yes, so I hope that if it is like that, if people are addicted, look at this. TikTok and FBI and local authorities through investigative matter take the appropriate actions if violations of the community guidelines occur. The creators are responsible, consider the impact of their words and actions on vulnerable individuals. Well, there it is, y'all. Folks need to be held responsible for their actions. And if it's that serious, then folks need to be really learning that their words can really hurt, like Hustler Mustard said earlier. All right, so I did 2 hours and 40 minutes. Hang out with you guys. I'm still like down this rabbit hole with these other content creators who are breaking down these and dissecting this young lady. Now it's so crazy that they have so many horrible things to say about her, but it's just really weird because everybody sounds like they were in their own dirt, which kind of know about that too, guys, over here in this space. They're all in their own dirt, but together it's just this big old mud pie, right? I have my dirt, you got your dirt, but our dirt has nothing to do with each other until now. So yeah, guys, you guys go check this story out. You guys follow it. It's hitting the airwaves now. TMZ was the first major to pick it up, which was just not too long ago, a couple hours ago, I guess, earlier today. So we want to send a prayer. We want to shout out to everybody who is who's still here with us. Shout out to people being here with us. And on that note, guys and dolls, I'm surprised on how y'all don't hear my music. I thought I turned it on. Let me see. Shout out to y'all. And okay. Oh, I see what happened. I didn't. Okay, I see what happened. I got it. Next time I'll get it. All right, guys, I'm gonna come back to share some more about the story as I get more details. And shout out to everybody, and I'll see y'all later. I'm starting to get tired. Oh, Jesus. All right, peace, y'all. All right, I thought I was leaving, but I got sucked into playing with the StreamYard. So looks like I'm still here. All right. Yeah, dudes. Thought I was leaving. And I ended up still sitting here looking some more at these videos and playing with this StreamYard. Who's watching? Hi. Say hello. Hello. I like that beat. The link is pinned, so if anyone wanted to hang out with me while I watch some stuff here. Let's see who's live now. Shout out to Psychopath. Oh, Witch Doctor's live, not for humans. Oh yeah, it's Women's Wednesday. We're gonna go check them out, guys. I'm gonna get off this live in a minute. We're gonna go tap in to see who else is live, okay, y'all? I'm gonna leave for real this time. Isn't that pretty? Let me see. That's why. Oh, that was cool. Hey to whoever's watching. Hi, y'all. All right, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all this one last video, which was so crazy. Again, so many things that contribute to this young girl's demise. We want to give respects and be, respectful. I don't know what just happened on my TikTok. Mm-mm. Mm. All right, so y'all check this out. Whoever's watching, hope you can see this video. This is this is a moment of breakdown that she had when they didn't believe her, and You know, it kind of hurts when people don't believe you. So fair use. Hold on, let me do that part. Where is it? Okay, let me see. Okay. Listen to what she said. I'm gonna keep posting these little clips and keep reacting to these, posting these clips, you guys, because for what it's worth, we need just to be paying attention to people around us, and you know, folks that call us friends, or folks we call friends, are you know, not always who they say they are, right? All right, check this out. Listen.
With y'all? Believe a victim until proven otherwise. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This is why people don't come forward. This is why people don't come forward. What the fuck is your issue? What the fuck is your issue? I feel like I've been cursed. My circumstances are not above me, but I wish God sees fit first, yeah, to give me a little more favor aside from my behavior. I think I'm pretty dope and you're supposed to be my savior, but I'm suffering. I've been a witness of
So yeah, guys, it's deep, right? So I know I said I was supposed to be getting off of here a while back, but hey, I'm still here. Still here. All right, so let's just say we just want to always look at data, right? Folks be like data, 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 data. And some of this data is not, it's not it doesn't hold up, right? But apparently we don't know the signs of bullying, like what it looks like when someone's doing it to somebody else. And then some of us do know, but we don't even say anything. So, but according to this major data resource that we have, you can just look up any stat you want on bullying, and you'll find out that there's a large percentage of people taking themselves away from us. So I want y'all to stay strong. We'll touch on this some more. We're going to come back with some more information. I'm going to follow some of the stories some more, so that, you know, this feels reminiscent of the Kanika Jenkins situation back in the day, where we're like, oh my God, what actually happened? We're going to dissect some more. We're going to look into it some more. Thanks to whoever was watching. Thanks to Hustler, Musler, and Lance that came up. Lance, I'm about to call you and find out what happened. Where'd you go? Ooh. I'm going to bed, you guys. Finish my hair and go to bed. Y'all have a good night. About to go check on some other people, and check on some other content creators, and yeah, that'll be it for me. I'll come back and play with the StreamYard again later. Peace.